This thing here is the Xiaomi, or shall I say Redmi Pad Pro. It's a very big 12.1 inches tablet, guys, 120 Hz display. It's 2560 by 1600, so it's like 2.5K resolution. It has Dolby Vision certification, also Dolby Atmos, 4 speakers inside, Snapdragon 7S Gen 2, 10,000 mAh of a battery, guys. Yeah, also 33 watts charging, Android 14 with HyperOS, and also cameras, guys. Yeah, there are cameras on this tablet, 8 megapixel on the back and on the front, guys. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2. So this is actually a mid-range tablet for a killer price, because I got this together with this for 250 euro. All right, and this thing here, guys, is the Redmi Pad Pro cover. The tablet alone costs below 250 euro, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigabytes of storage, and the cover alone costs something like 28 euro. But it's such a big tablet, I didn't really want to use it without a cover, guys. And in this video, I'm going to unbox it, right? Just try to start it for the first time. And over the next few days and weeks, I'm gonna be fully testing this. Two main questions: how did I got here and why? And the first question is, okay, this is the how. So this is the tablet that I've been using at home. Yeah, let me show you guys. Okay, you probably already are guessing, yeah, it's a very old iPad. This is iPad Air. You know, I bought this when it was out. This thing served for like, what, like 10 years? This is the very first ever iPad Air. Kids broke the screen. I had to personally replace it once. They broke it again, and now it's just, at some point, it's just like, okay, I really wanted to get something newer. So this is the answer to why. And how? Well, I just went to the store and bought it. Honestly, I didn't really want to spend more than 250, 300 euro. And for that price tag, it was either this or this again. And in this video, we are going to understand really what is inside. Redmi Pad Pro branding here. Also a very nice manual in the local language. Here we do have the Mi logo. On this side here, the main specs again: 120 Hz, 2.5K ICR display, Xiaomi HyperOS, Snapdragon 7S Gen 2, guys, and 10,000 mAh of battery. Now, this thing here is the global version, so I don't expect to get any charger there. And by the way, yes, there's also a Redmi Pad Pro 5G that will give you 5G connectivity, so you can use a SIM card slot and also GPS. So this thing here doesn't really have GPS, but it has Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.2. It can support all the nice codecs like aptX HD, and also, guys, it does have a 3.5mm jack. Ha! Who is using this in 2025? Well, I know some people gonna be happy. So, wow, the main specs again inside: quad speakers for immersive stereo sound. All right, so let me just take, this is the, wow, this thing is, oh my god. Many boxes here, but what do we have inside? Yeah, we do have just a lame cable, guys. And then here we have another book. Oh, actually here we have two books. That seems to be a SIM card slot ejector. And now time for the actual unboxing. How do we do this? All right, we just have to peel this off. Wow! Yeah, this looks like a gigantic phone, guys. Redmi, okay, you have the Redmi logo here. The rear camera on the back, 8 megapixel with an aperture of f2.0. And of course, we do have a front camera. Wow, this is the tablet, guys. At this point of time, you're not sure really, like, what does it look? How big are the bezels? Well, let me answer. Oh, all right. And my first impression is, wow, this is a huge screen, guys. 12.1 inches diagonal. It's an IPS LCD screen, guys. 6 billion colors, and yeah, it's gonna get bright. Not too bright. I think it can do something like 600 nits high brightness mode, but the resolution is actually not that bad. I am now inside the display settings. Yeah, refresh rate is the default one, but what I can do here is I can click custom and I will select the 120. Why? Well, I just want to get that very nice, and wow, 120 Hz display, not that bad. So guys, no resolution setting. It's gonna run all the time 1600 by 2560. Let me just go outside and try to grasp what we have here. because honestly, it's the first time I'm using a Xiaomi tablet. It's been a while since I used an Android tablet. I used Asus Transformer, Acer Iconia, probably some others. But this is the first time I'm really using a Xiaomi tablet. And yes, I'm happy to see that my device is indeed charging rapidly, which means that at least I don't have to buy a charger. So I've charged it up to 24%, 23 right now, and it's time to show you what we have. So this is the upper part where we do apparently have the volume rocker, right? Also, I guess what is a microphone here and here, and something that looks like a SIM card slot. And indeed, actually, it is a slot, guys. If you buy the 5G version, you will be able to put a SIM card, but in my case, since that's only the Wi-Fi version, I can only put here a micro SD card. Something else that is important, guys, since this is still a cheap device, yeah, you can see there is no rubber isolation here, which means that you're not going to get protection if you decide to go and swim with this thing. But nevertheless, this tablet has been released last year, 2024 at the end. It's 2025 right now, and you can still use micro SD card to extend your storage, which is really great. Now, we can see a very nice curved edge. What do you have, guys, at the bottom? All right, guys, dual speaker here and here. USB Type-C here, 2.0. Remember, it's Redmi, it's not Xiaomi. But what do we have here, guys? It's the long forgotten 3.5 millimeter jack that Apple innovated out of smartphones and tablets. So yes, it's very good to see that we have this thing here. All right, so let's continue on the other side. By the way, this thing is really enormous. It's huge. All right, let's start it on the back. On the back, we can see a very nice Redmi logo here. Don't get yourself fooled, guys. This is a flash, and Xiaomi decided to just make this, prettier and put another ring, but on the back we do have actually one camera. So this is the camera. It's a modest average 8 megapixel, an aperture of 2.0. Yes, in a flash. And by the way, you can shoot 4K with this also. No 60 FPS, so it's Full HD, 1080p, 30 FPS. And on the back, guys, we do have another camera. Like, where is the camera? Okay, the camera is here. I think this makes sense if you want to use it for like video conferencing calls. This camera here is, another 8 megapixel camera with an aperture of 2.3, and it can also do like 30 FPS full HD video. And now that we're here, I want to also unbox the Redmi Pad Pro cover. This thing is original by Xiaomi, and I hope that this will give me some nice protection, also some nice functionality. Yeah, it can be used also as a stand. So without any further ado, let's try to unbox this and see what Xiaomi are giving us. Because this thing here is rather expensive, right? It's 25 euro. All right, a booklet here, nobody cares. Oh, let's open this. What the heck is this, guys? Okay, this thing is not that bad. What the heck is this? Oh, I see. This is where you're supposed to put your pen. Just look at this cover. This is just huge. Okay, and now I want to put my tablet inside. So let's just see how this is gonna work. By the way, the power button is here next to the volume rocker. So I'm just taking the tablet and all right. Okay, not that bad. Magnetic, yeah, I'm not sure, guys, probably not, but it locks the tablet, which is good. And you can do all this trickery stuff like this, or perhaps even this, and use your tablet. This thing here is rather ugly, but I guess, it's required if you want to use it for your pen. This is how it looks on the back. All right, we have Redmi logo. Actually, not a bad case. It's going to protect my nice and new tablet. And now, guys, since this is going to be really important, I want to show you what I'm mainly going to use this tablet for. And the first thing is, of course, YouTube and Netflix. So let's start with some nice 4K HDR videos. I'm going to pump up the brightness and pump up the volume, the sound, because remember, we have Dolby Atmos here, 2 speakers on the left, another 2 on the right. I've started the test video. Let's go and check the resolution. I'm going to pop it up, 2.5K. I'm going to go full screen. All right, not bad, guys. And now I'm gonna pump the volume as well. Whew, this is really loud. What about the brightness? Let's check the brightness. All right, this is the maximum brightness. Wow, you can definitely hear the stereo separation. Those speakers are really loud. these speakers are really loud. But honestly, one of the main factors for me to go and buy this model, besides of course the price, was the very big and what looks to be nice display. Alright, maybe not the brightest one, again remember only 600 nits peak brightness in the high brightness mode, but oh boy, this looks just amazing. Alright guys, it's time to check the sound. Alright, let me start the video. I'm going to slowly go to the max. This is really loud, guys. I have to really shout, I guess. Alright. See now, Dolby Atmos. Xiaomi sound a bit more muted. See what happens when I press the Dolby Atmos. I'm not sure if you can pick this up, but it just really changes the whole sound stage. Really more immersive. One more time. You can see more mids and also more highs, and also we do have an equalizer. So definitely guys, the display I think is just good. I'm not sure how good this is gonna be when you're sitting next to the pool and in direct sunlight. Maybe not the best, but who cares? For this money, I think that's really a bargain. Also, I bought this really with my own money, guys. So I showed you YouTube, I showed you some music, and now I want to show you this because apparently I'm also gonna be using Netflix, right? I'm not sure if I am allowed to show some more Netflix footage, but you can just imagine how nice and how good this thing works. It's absolutely amazing, and you can make it just full screen and totally immerse yourself. And remember, besides the Dolby Atmos sound, we do have also Dolby Vision, and this thing is with one L1 certified, which means, yeah, you are going to enjoy Netflix in the best possible quality, at least that the display is going to allow, and it's going to be 2.5K. And now since we're here, guys, I want to show you the device info, because this thing is powered by the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 8 cores, 2 classes setup. You know, you can see the big cores here for 2.4 gigahertz and then 4 medium, almost like 2 gigahertz, guys. This is Cortex A78 and A55, and because it's Qualcomm, the GPU is Adreno 710. So this thing is built on a 4nm process, guys, again, so it's not really that ancient. Remember, it was released last year, April 2024. Memory, guys, what about memory? Yeah, LPDDR4X, only 6 gigabytes of memory. What about the storage? My version is with 128 gigabytes. Again, this is no premium device, it's not a Xiaomi, it's a Redmi one. So here we do have UFS 2.2, it's not the fastest storage, the camera information, everything checks out. And then, guys, the battery, a whooping 10,000 mAh of a battery, which isn't that bad. And something I forgot to tell you, the display has some protection. It's Gorilla Glass 3, it's not the latest one, but it's still protected, guys. Take a look, right? The frame here is an aluminum frame all over the device, and the back is also made out of aluminum. So what I'm saying is definitely not cheapest materials out there. The build quality really feels solid, and this thing is like 570 grams, so it's not even that heavy. You can absolutely hold it with one hand. It basically weighs like 2 premium smartphones. So we covered YouTube, we covered Netflix, we checked the sound, we checked the display, guys. And another thing I'm gonna be using this thing is to watch television. And honestly, from what I see right now, I don't think that this is going to be problematic. 12.1 inches, this is almost like a laptop size, like, okay, a small laptop. And once I start my television, right, and it uses Wi-Fi 6, you're gonna see it's gonna be pretty much HD. So I'm going to get really a nice quality picture. Honestly, guys, I'm gonna start testing this tablet in the next few days and weeks to be able to put up a full review, which means gaming as well, which I don't really think it's going to be that nice, specifically on the highest settings, because this thing here is still limited to Snapdragon 7S Gen 2, right, and also the memory. But I hope to be getting some nice performance when I'm using medium to high settings. Definitely clear that on the most graphical intensive settings, this thing is gonna struggle. Also right now, guys, just setting this up and the way it works, yeah, not that bad, guys. I'm really excited. I'm taking this, by the way, on a trip, and this was the reason I bought it, because I just don't want to rely on equipment there, you know, TVs, no TVs, smart boxes, whatever. I also bought a Xiaomi box TV. I'll probably also review that one. And I wanted to also buy a tablet so that I'm able to just enjoy YouTube and Netflix on a bigger screen. And for this, I think the tablet is just perfect. So the Redmi Pad Pro should be really a good tablet for this price point at almost like 220, 240 euro. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.